It started with a whisper in the crowded halls of Jefferson High in suburban Chicago, the kind of place where reputations are built on Friday night football games and who's dating whom. I was Mia Thompson, 17 years old, the quiet artist type with a sketchbook always tucked under my arm, dreaming of art school in New York. My world was small: best friends, family barbecues on Lake Michigan's shores, and late-night doodles under my bedroom lamp. But then there was Vanessa, the self-proclaimed gossip queen of our school. With her perfectly highlighted hair and an Instagram following that rivaled local influencers, she ruled the social scene like a monarch from a teen drama. One careless rumor from her lips could elevate you to stardom or bury you in shame. I never thought I'd be her target, until the day she decided my secrets were her currency. What followed was a revenge so cleverly woven from her own web of lies that it didn't just dethrone her, it shattered her crown into a million irreparable pieces, leaving her as the punchline to her own cruel jokes. Let me paint the picture for you, because every masterpiece starts with a blank canvas. It was the fall of 2024, leaves turning gold under the crisp Illinois sky, and homecoming was buzzing like a beehive. Vanessa Rivera had been my friend, or so I thought, since middle school. We bonded over shared crushes and sleepovers where we'd binge-watch Netflix shows like Gossip Girl, ironically enough. She was the extrovert to my introvert, always dragging me to parties at the old abandoned warehouse on the outskirts of town. "Mia, you need to live a little," she'd say, flashing her megawatt smile. Her gossip blog, hidden behind an anonymous handle at Cheetown Whispers, was her secret empire. It dished dirt on everyone: who cheated on tests, who hooked up behind the bleachers, even teacher scandals. No one knew it was her, but I did. She confided in me one drunken night, swearing me to secrecy. "It's just harmless fun, Mia. Keeps things exciting in this boring suburb." The betrayal crept in slowly, like fog rolling off the lake. It began when I confided in Vanessa about my crush on Alex, the star quarterback with dimples that could melt ice. He was out of my league, but we'd shared a moment at art club where he surprisingly sketched a decent portrait. "Go for it, girl," Vanessa encouraged, but her eyes gleamed with something I mistook for excitement. The next day, at Cheetown Whispers posted, "Artsy loner Mia T. throwing herself at QB Alex? Desperate much? Sources say she's been stalking his Insta for months. Hashtag homecoming drama." My phone blew up with notifications, laughs, side eyes in the hallway, even Alex avoiding me like I had the plague. I confronted Vanessa in the cafeteria, tears stinging my eyes. "How could you?" She feigned innocence, hugging me. "Mia, that's awful. Who would do that?" "I'll help you find out." But I saw the smirk when she turned away. It didn't stop there. The lies escalated, each one a brushstroke in her portrait of my destruction. Next came rumors about my family. Mia's dad lost his job at the factory. They're on food stamps now. No wonder she's always mooching off friends. Truth? Dad was promoted, but the stigma stuck. Kids stopped inviting me to group hangs. My art submissions for the school exhibit were mysteriously rejected. Then the big one, a fabricated story about me shoplifting makeup from the mall in Schaumburg. Caught on camera, but Daddy's connections got her off. Privileged much? Vanessa whispered it first in our group chat, and it spread like wildfire. My followers on my small art Insta plummeted. Even my mom got judgmental looks at the grocery store. I spiraled, nights crying into my pillow, sketching dark, twisted figures that mirrored my rage. But in that darkness, a spark ignited. Why fight lies with truth when I could use her own weapons against her? Revenge wasn't about confrontation, it was about orchestration. Phase 1. Infiltration. I played the broken friend, leaning on Vanessa for support. "You're the only one who believes me," I'd say, feeding her ego. Meanwhile, I documented everything. Using a free app on my phone, I recorded our conversations where she bragged about her blog. "Mia, you have no idea how powerful it feels to control the narrative." I hacked her Wi-Fi password during a study session, easy, since it was her birthday, and mirrored her phone screen to mine via a tech tutorial from YouTube. What I found was a goldmine. Drafts of posts, including ones about me, and worse, lies about others. She fabricated stories for clout, like accusing the cheer captain of an eating disorder or the valedictorian of buying essays online. I saved it all to an encrypted drive, biding my time. The suspense thickened like a plot in a thriller novel. Homecoming week arrived, the air electric with pep rallies and float parades down Main Street. Vanessa was nominated for Queen, of course, strutting in her designer dress from Macy's. I volunteered for the decorations committee, giving me access to the gym's AV system. While stringing lights, I planted a USB drive with a custom script, nothing illegal, just a timed reveal coded with help from my computer whiz cousin in California. It would hijack the projector during the crowning ceremony. But I needed more. I needed her to dig her own grave deeper. Enter Phase 2, the bait. I accidentally let slip a juicy secret to Vanessa, that I was secretly dating the principal's son from a rival school. Don't tell anyone, V. It's complicated. Her eyes lit up like Christmas lights. Sure enough, at Chi-Town Whispers posted it that night. Mia's rebound? Principal's kid from Lincoln High. Scandal alert. Hashtag forbidden love. But here's the twist. It was fake, planted to lure her in. I anonymously tipped off the school paper, pretending to be a concerned student, with evidence linking back to Vanessa's IP address, traceable because she posted from home without a VPN. As the week built to a crescendo, Whispers turned against her. People questioned the blog's accuracy, old victims resurfaced with suspicions. Vanessa grew paranoid, texting me frantically, "Mia, someone's after me. Help." I played sympathetic, all while feeding her false leads. Maybe it's that girl you outed last year? The night before homecoming, I struck subtly. Using her mirrored phone, I scheduled posts from her account, twisted versions of her own lies, but amplified. One accused her of faking her grades. Another claimed she spread STD rumors about herself for attention. They were set to go live during the dance. Homecoming night was a spectacle. The gym transformed into a starry wonderland, DJ blasting hits from artists like Olivia Rodrigo. Vanessa glided in, crown hopeful, arm in arm with her date, the basketball captain. I lingered in the shadows, heart racing like a sprinter at the starting line. As the Queen announcement neared, the lights dimmed, and the projector flickered to life. Instead of the usual slideshow, my script activated, a montage of her blog posts, side by side with proof of fabrication. Screenshots of her drafts, voice clips of her admitting it was all lies, even a timeline showing how she targeted me first. The crowd murmured, then gasped as the finale revealed. The gossip queen is Vanessa Rivera. Her throne? Built on your pain. Pandemonium. Phones lit up the room as people recorded. Vanessa froze on stage, tiara slipping. "This is a hack." "Lies?" she screamed, but the damage was done. Her own scheduled posts fired off simultaneously, the ones I'd planted, exposing her as a hypocrite. Hashtag Gossip Queen Exposed trended locally within minutes, spilling onto TikTok and Twitter. Parents called the school. The principal launched an investigation. By morning, her Insta was bombarded with hate. Sponsors for her budding influencer gigs dropped her like a hot potato. But the real mind-blower came post-fallout. Digging deeper into her files, I uncovered why she targeted me: jealousy over my art talent. Turns out, Vanessa had submitted my sketches as her own to an online contest last year, winning a scholarship she used for her wardrobe. The evidence? Emails in her inbox. I anonymously forwarded them to the contest organizers, who revoked her prize and banned her. She faced school suspension for cyberbullying, her family shunned in our tight-knit community. Last I heard, she transferred to an online school, her social life in ruins, working part-time at a fast food joint in the mall she once ruled. As for me, I channeled the chaos into my art, creating a series called Whispers in the Wind, abstract pieces on deception that got me accepted to Pratt Institute in Brooklyn. Standing on the shores of Lake Michigan now, wind whipping my hair, I realize revenge isn't about destruction, it's about reclamation. Vanessa's lies turned against her, a boomerang of karma in America's heartland. And if you're out there spreading whispers, remember, the Queen's crown is fragile, and the fall is forever. But for the rest of us? We rise, sketches in hand, ready to draw our own destinies.